Hi guys, my name is Kiera, also known as Hobo Kiki. Today we're in my Hobonichi cousin, my baby, my pride and joy. This is the week that we currently finished, and we're moving on to this week, April 14th through the 20th. I will be using a very specific set. This is from Vanilla Paper Co. It is called Hop. I don't know if they're still around, to be honest with you, but I've had this sticker sheet for years, or sticker sheets for years, literally. You guys know I'm on a little side quest to use up all of my older kits. So that is what I'm planning to do. So here's a little flip through of everything that comes. It's your standard kit. You get your full boxes and whatnot. And then I also want to bring in these bunny stickers from Planting Roses because, of course, it's the week of April. I did think about using that washi that I used last week for my dates, but I didn't want it to look so similar because the colors are already so similar, and I usually like a little bit of a difference from week to week. So I am going to switch it up, and instead of using the holographic date covered washi, I am going to use these Ms. Biz Plans date covers. And I tried to use like a little beigey color that kind of matches with the rabbits in these kits. So yeah, we're bringing out some more of that beige instead of the blue. Again, to try to bring out like different colors so it's not too matchy with the week prior to this. Hopefully that makes sense. Once I get the date covers down, I do decide to do something a little bit different here and switch all the way to my weekly section or daily section. If you're new here, hi, how are you? I do use the same stickers that I use in my weekly section in my daily section, so it's not like something big, but I do want to make sure I basically catch up on my dates because I do like to skip pages and cut out pages, and that kind of messes with the dates at the top. So I am using this week to make sure I moving forward the dates go back to normal. Hopefully that makes sense. I guess I can show you when we flip to the first page, but that's here. You see, this week starts on a Tuesday in my daily section because I was skipping pages, but I wanted to start back on Monday. So I am going to use the washi to cover up the dates here. And then we are going to do like a little Dutch door action here as well. It will be a horizontal one, which I don't do often because quite frankly, they scare me. The only way I like to do a Dutch door if it goes all the way to the spine. I don't like seeing like a little rips and tears. Like I want it to go all the way across, all the way to the spine. And so you can do it. It's actually quite easy in the Hobonichi cousin, but it just scares me because I worry about the integrity of the book and if it's going to basically stay together. But yeah, I am going to put down these two stickers and then cut around them. So it is going to start that first Dutch door action. I did put two here to begin with. Usually I put one sticker, but I used two to make it look like there were three boxes. But yeah, let me show you how I quickly cut the spine. I use the back of the scissors and then boom, that's it. And it's very easy. It's so easy to rip out. It's because the Hobonichi paper is very thin, so you really should not have any issues doing that as long as you have some kind of decent scissors. But yeah, that's how I like to cut next to the spine, and it has never failed me yet, so that's how I will continue to work on it. But yeah, I am going to take another full box and kind of align it with these. So, but it'll be on the next page here, and that already messing up tearing the Hobonichi paper, but that's okay because we're going to cut around it again. So you'll see me do that really quickly here. Again, we're kind of like going for, I wouldn't say a scene because the full boxes all have their own like different pictures, but I want it to just look cohesive going across, as you can see. So it looks like there's three pages there, even though there's only two, but it looks like there's three, like their own little tabs. The horizontal boxes are their own little tabs, but I don't like that blank spot that's next to the third box. So I am going to put these little bunny stickers here, this little scene, and that is going to kind of like add some decoration there. And then there's like a blank spot on top of the circle where the bunnies are, so I'm going to put a box there, and I am just going to write in that box that it's Easter. You'll see me get to that, but I'm just letting you know the plans. We did have to cut that little bit off, but yeah, very simple, very easy to do if you're new to the whole waterfall tab thing. And then, or not waterfall tab. So I guess Dutch door, waterfall tab, they the same thing in my eyes, even though I know they're not, but I don't really care. I use them, I use them interchangeably. But yeah, so now I'm just adding stickers to the back so we can cover up that space there. And that looks good. So it looks good from the front and the back, which I love. And I think I am going to go in with that box now. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to figure out what color I'm going to use. And then I use like this minty color that's in the kit. And we add that on top so it covers up some of that blank spot. And then I'll just write Easter so you can see the word Easter no matter what page you're on. And that works for me. It's good enough. So I am going to move forward with breaking down this page that was originally Tuesday to both Monday and Tuesday. First, we're going to start with this cute little wreath with the eggs and this little chalkboard. And I am going to write which week it is there. I got in the habit of doing that, and now I just can't stop. So I don't know. Is this week 15, 16? I don't know. I don't have my planner with me right now. But yeah, I will write which week we're in. And then I am going to use the headers that came in this kit as like washi. If you just stack them like horizontally right next to each other, then you can basically make your own washi. And so that's what I am doing. And this again is going to act as a divider and essentially just make it easy for me to put Monday and Tuesday on the same page. And then now, since I put Monday and Tuesday on the same page, moving forward from the weeks to follow, all the dates should align correctly. So all the dates that were already printed at the top are now going to be the correct dates. Hopefully that makes sense. It's because I do a lot of skipping and jumping around in my journal, so that's why they get the dates get all mismatched, but it really doesn't matter to me because again, it's a very easy fix. With the dates that are incorrect, I will draw on them, I will write on them, I put a sticker on them, put washi on them. There's so many ways to cover them, so it doesn't bother me, but I can see how that might be confusing. And then yeah, so there's this little blank page or spot when you open up to the second flip door or the second Dutch door. So I did mark with a pencil that because I want to put like a quote right there. I don't know what the quote is yet, but I'll put a quote there. I don't want to put any journaling right there because I don't know. I just feel like it's awkward spacing, right? So because you can see that little rectangle from the other pages, it's just weird for me to put like the journaling for that day on that square. Does that make sense? I don't know why I'm having a hard time articulating myself. Maybe because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Who knows? But yeah, I essentially don't like seeing the journaling from another page when I have like a peekaboo moment happening. I feel like, I don't know, it distracts. It's distracting. I don't know why I feel that way, but that's how I feel. So instead, I'll put a little quote here. And to remind myself not to journal here, only put a quote here, I'm going to just go ahead and put quotes. So as you can see, boom, when you're looking at it from this page, it'll all look cohesive, like it was meant to be there, instead of you seeing like random journaling that gets cut off. Does that make sense? I think I'm making sense. I am going to use that same highlighter to highlight every other line on each day. Essentially, when I'm journaling in my Hobonichi cousin, I'm journaling twice. The first journal is like what actually happened that day, or something that I'm grateful for that happened that day, something specific to that day, right? And then the second part on that day, I am following Coffee Monsters Co. Their journaling prompts. So I I do two different kinds of journaling that day. And so yeah, I like to have like two different spaces for it. And so the highlighted spaces will be my Coffee Monsters Co. like journaling portion, and then the blank space will be like exactly what happened that day. And I like to have the blank space be what happened that day, because if I wanted to like doodle, or put a sticker in that correlates to what happened, then I have the space to do so. I also like that, you can't see it right now, but when I do the flip through of the finished product, you'll be able to see. But on this page, you can't see the journaling for Monday either. You'll only see what week it is, and then that day. So again, I really try to be intentional when I'm making Dutch doors and there's like cutouts and spaces. Like I'm kind of like careful as to what you can see, because I don't know, it just feels weird to have like this significant cut in the pages only to see like journaling for a specific day that gets cut off. It's like, I don't know. It just feels tacky for me. That's so crazy. It's never that serious though. I'm tacky for thinking it's tacky. It's never that serious. But I just like my Hobonichi cousin to feel a certain way. And you know, that's why I do the things that I do. I've been doing it so well that it's kind of like second nature. Like I didn't even like plan. I didn't sit there and think, oh, how am I going to make this look, cohesive or whatnot. Um, so it just comes to me because I've been doing it for so long. But yeah, I want it to look a certain way, and it does, and I'm happy. Moving on to the weekly section. I am going to use these like cutout florals to serve as washi at the bottom. Just line them up straight, and then you won't get to see it because it does get cut out, and we'll talk about that as well. But I will add some skinny blue washi at the bottom of these florals just to kind of help ground them a little bit more, because they're still kind of like floating, and I don't like that look of them. So I will add some washi at the bottom of them to help, again, ground it, make it look a little bit better, cohesive, like it was meant to look like that. Of course, I am going to use the boxes that came with this kit to basically notate like the big things. Of course, there will be a box on Saturday that I'll notate for, or excuse me, on Sunday that I'll notate for Easter. So, boxes always notate the big thing that happens that week. I think there ends up being like a couple of clusters, and it's decent. I honestly think I'm really more so enjoying the dashboard layout in my weekly section. So you guys might be seeing more of those. But I didn't want to do it this week because, again, the color choices are so similar to last week. It just felt like it would look too similar for me. And I know it's never that serious. Who cares? But but I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I did not do a dashboard, but moving forward, you guys may or may not be seeing dashboard spreads, because it just works for my brain. It really does. The vertical layout works as well. Don't get it twisted, but I just think the dashboard layout works a lot better. And I'm talking about in the Hobonichi cousin. Like, I still don't want to switch planners. I just like how it looks, how marking everything off in the dashboard looks in the Hobonichi cousin. I think the Hobonichi cousin is very versatile. I know a lot of people, you know, hate the pre-planned dates and that kind of stuff. But the way I use it, I don't know. I guess I just kind of like work with everything instead of fighting everything. And yeah, it's very versatile. As you can see, the weeks always look different for me. So I like it, and I don't see myself leaving it anytime soon. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that there may be many more dashboard spreads in the near future. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I might also be splitting my weekly section and daily section again. So back in the day, I used to upload the daily section, or excuse me, the weekly section first, and then the next day I would upload the daily section. And then it just made more sense to me to put them both together because I do typically work on them at the same time. But because of things that I'm doing with my phone, and yes, I am recording on my phone, that's why the quality is so janky. But the things that I'm doing on my phone, like with work and other stuff, like they're taking up lots of memory and storage. And so there's times where I guess like this video, the thing just stops freaking recording and I don't even realize it because the storage is full. So for me, it just makes more sense to combat that with just recording the weekly section, editing that video, getting that video up, and then recording the daily section, editing that video and getting that video up. And that way I don't have to worry about the camera cutting off on me, because this has actually happened a couple of times and it's really been ticking me off. But I think that's the best way to combat that situation. So essentially, but hey, at least there's just like another video for you guys if you want to try to find some positives. But I use this full box sticker and I kind of like cut around the florals to make like, I don't know, this kind of like border sticker. I don't know why I did that, but I'm also not mad that I did that. So I just be doing things. I don't know what to tell you. I just, whatever just feels right in that moment, then that's what I be doing. Just like this. I really wanted, for some reason, these two full boxes to be next to each other, but also in the middle of the page at the same time. And then, I don't know, this is why I don't really use full boxes anymore, because they just feel so rigid to me with those harsh, straight lines. So I am using the rest of the florals that came here to border it. As you can see, I did that, and that's how it looks now. And now I'm going to chop it in half, even though they were already in half, but they're in half how I want them to be in half now. I'm going to chop that in half and then place them both close to the spine of the book. That way it can look like they are still together in the middle of the page. That was a mouthful, but you see what's happening here. So that's how everything looks, and I do like this look. I don't know why I wanted to do that. I don't know why I do the things that I do, okay? I don't. I just see something and my brain says, ooh, you should do this. And then I do that. And, that's why I burned my Hobonichi cousin with fire before. Because it's just like my brain would just say, this might be something you want to do. And then I just do it. So that's literally what happens. There's sometimes no reason behind the madness. It's just madness. So yeah. Anyways, looking forward to chopping these videos in half again. One video being the weekly section, the other video being the daily section, just because of the whole issue that I'm having with like basically editing, because it's too long. And so the camera will just be like, yeah, I'm done recording now. So to combat that, that's what I'll be doing. So look forward to 2 videos if you want to see both the weekly and the daily section. That's how it's going to be moving forward. Right now, I am just going to add whatever little decorational stickers I have left. And they're so cute. I love these little bunnies. And then it came with little chicks too. Oh, they were so adorable. Not going to lie, still to this day, I don't really know why Easter is associated with both chickens and bunnies. I don't know, but I just think it's cute. So I just like to um, document it with the little rabbits because look how adorable they are. And I get to use up an old sticker book or sticker set. So it's a win-win all around, baby. I am also going to add some words here, and that you can look forward to in the new Plan With Me is just the weekly section as well. I'll actually like write down my plans so you guys can see that as well, not just me setting it up, which is for me the best part. I love to watch just the setup video. It's fun and I get inspiration, but I can understand if you wanted to see, well, how exactly would one use this kind of spread? I get that. I get that. Now, I ain't going to lie. My brain works to where I usually plan the day of. So I'll set everything up. And then the day of is like, what do I need to do this day? What do I need to do today? So that's how I usually work. So each day I'll plan based off of what I feel like I need to do. But we'll see. I might be more productive by filling in a few notes, and you'll see some of that. Unfortunately, like I said, the camera does cut off, but you will see some of this page filled out. I will still add footage of where it left off. Well, not where it left off because I missed so much. It was basically just the writing portion, but you'll see footage of me flipping through the weekly section and the daily section, and you'll see the words on it. In the daily section, you'll see like the journaling prompts, and in the weekly section, you'll see a few notes, a little, reminder to do going on. I was unsure about these checklists on every day. There's only 4, so I'm thinking maybe it'll be like the top 3 things that I need to, or top 4 things that I need to get done that week. So that's probably what I'll do. But are you ready for the flip through? I know I am. Let's go ahead and get that bad boy running. That's basically it, though. As you can see, here's my little flippy do for those of you who care. But yeah, I had a fun time setting this spread up, and yeah, excited to write in it. I hope you guys like the video if you like the video, or dislike the video if you dislike the video. It's whatever, bro. Please make sure you stay safe, and of course, coming from me, stay creative. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye.